Okay, thanks for coming back to Intel Debrief Tarot. Welcome back, everybody. Today we're going to do reading on California, a general reading on the state of California, my state, my current home as well. I'm born and bred here. So what's going to happen to us here in California? What are the current energies and what do the energies look like in the future? Economically, spiritually, everything, the whole nine yards. What's going to go on? What do we need to know? For California. So again, my readings are always protected by spirit, and I pre-shuffle these, but I'll shuffle a little bit again on camera, and then we'll go ahead and get to it. And a 7-card spread: past, present, future, course of action, other person and persons or other energies, fears, and final outcome. Okay, so here we go. All right, we'll split the deck. California, thanks, Spirit, for anything you can tell us about California. Thank you, Source, thank you, Universe. Past, present, future, course of action, other persons or other energies, fears, which is an interesting one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah. And final outcome. Okay. Not bad, not bad, not bad. What do we not see coming? Okay, so yeah, it looks like some kind of a divorce. And behind that is the 5 of Pentacles. All right, so what do we got here? Make sure everything's in camera. Okay, so past, we have reverse 3 of Pentacles. So we got, yeah, we have a theme here pretty much between these two cards here. So 3 of Pentacles usually means some kind of partnership. Classically speaking, usually has 3 people. This one has 1 person, but it's basically working in partnership, working to get somewhere, working to reach a goal with others. And so that's definitely, yeah, we can say that definitely hasn't been happening. So like I said, if you haven't catch the Gavin Newsom video I did just previously, just go watch that real quick. But yeah, you know, with all the businesses going, people leaving the state, so on and so forth. I left and come back. So yeah, so that's definitely right on. We'll use the, you know, from here on out, it's always, the past card is a good indicator of how the cards are working. So obviously that's, because there's no secret here, right? I'm using a subject that's right in the open. So yeah, we're right on track. So present state, 6 of Swords, is moving into another direction, but since it's reversed, yeah, we're unsure, right? We know we want to move in another direction. We need to move in the direction, whether that's going to happen or not, or what direction that is. Everyone's kind of on edge. We don't want to have things get worse. So that's pretty much the present state. Again, I'll do clarifying cards on all these, or almost all of them. Usually don't do one for fears and blockages, because that's pretty simple. Although I'll do this one on this one, because it's a very interesting card to have for that space. Okay, moving on to future with the 8 of Cups. So, well, yeah, definitely moving on. That's what this card is moving on. And yeah, without too many regrets, albeit with a bit of sadness. So we definitely are going to be moving on, whether we like it or not. So, well, that's good. That's good because, yeah, things can't continue as they are. And it doesn't matter if you're conservative or liberal or whatever. Yeah, I know a lot of liberals are having trouble seeing things as going bad because they have that kind of fan kind of mentality with the Dems. But come on. I mean, I think that's kind of breaking away, and probably not as prevalent as we might think. So I'm nonpartisan, and yeah, I mean, things got to change for the better here. So, and then we have course of action, which is the moon card. Reverse, which is, yeah, so secrets revealed, things will be worked on to get secrets revealed, to get secrets out. So we saw that in the Gavin Newsom reading as well. So that's going to be happening. It's going to be a big course of action to get all the kind of secrets out into the open, because we know they're there, right? And then we have other energies surrounding us, other persons or other energies. And this is the kind of everything card. This is one of the everything cards that are in the tarot deck, 10 of cups. So yeah, someone around us, we could say it's President Trump or our mayor to be. No, not mayor to be. Well, there definitely is going to be a mayor to be for Los Angeles and probably other towns as well. Our governor to be and President Trump probably are going to want to, because California is a highly strategic state in terms of the United States, and so I don't care who's in the White House, you're going to want to not have this state hemorrhage as much as it is hemorrhaging in all kinds of ways: money, people, energy. I mean, everything is just we're basically being deindustrialized, and I think that's a factor in what's going on in this state. So it's on purpose, the kind of destruction of California that we're seeing. So yeah, other energies are going to want to put that back together, reverse that, and get something new going. So yeah, we're going to look at this Knight of Pentacles. So I call this Knight of Pentacles. She just has her. So maybe this speaks to some of the current power matrix that we have in the state right now is afraid of maybe this is California. This is her California herself. That's what the name California means. It's kind of a goddess. Maybe they fear California becoming herself again. And dare I say it? And she wears the red dress, making California great again. So I think this is what the power structure feels. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And then we have a reverse Eight of Wands. Usually it's Eight of Wands means plans coming together. Reverse means it's just going to be a little bit longer, drawn out process. Of course, there's a lot of damage has been done. So getting back to normal is going to be take a little bit of time. All right, so let's get into it. Let's do present state. And of course, we'll do flyers as usual. I'll do a quick shuffle as I continue to attempt to break these cards down and break them in. Okay. Okay, thank you, Spirit. Tell us more on present state of the state of California. Thank you, Spirit, for any more information you get to us on this question. More information. Wow, a whole bunch. So 3 of them came out. Always a question. Should you use them? Should you not? I'm going to go ahead and use them. We have confirmation on 8 of Wands. This time right side up. We have Knight of Wands, which is creative energies coming in. So this is what we want. We want shit to get together, to come together and to get going again. And we want creativity and life to come back into the state. That's what we want. And we want judgment. Okay, regardless of whichever way the judgment card comes up, this is what we want. And we want those wishes fulfilled. And we want some decision making to occur. So with a little bit more easier going energy in the Queen of Swords. So I think that pretty much says it right there for present state. So the judgment reverse can also mean just the kind of how everything is just upside down. But there's a lot of feeling of, I think a lot of people in the state want change. I mean, the state really is about to explode. So in a good way. And we want to go into a new direction too. That's what Knight of Wands can also say as well. So yeah. Okay, well, let's continue on with future with Eight of Cups. What is the future for the state? What are the general energies for the future of the state? Yeah, all my decks are almost brand new. I've been doing this for quite a while now, but I usually put on, this is my second version of this deck here. This is my second one that I've had. The other one disappeared. I don't know. I used that for years, and all of a sudden it just walked away on me, which I think cards do that. Tarot cards have a tendency to do that. Sometimes when they're done, they're done. They'll just go. I mean, I had found it again, and this is when I had moved to New Mexico, and I found it again real quick, and then I didn't use it for a while. Then all of a sudden I went to look for it again, and gone. Even when I moved out of the house, obviously, clearing out every square inch of the house, did not find them again. They were gone. So, yep. Anyway, interesting. But yeah, and then these others I've been picking up over the last couple years or so, and primarily using the one deck. And I started getting into doing clarifier cards, so I started using them, and because I'm really attached to this deck, the Witch's Tarot deck. It's my personal deck that I use for my readings as well. And usually the deck now that I do clarifying cards, as usually I still start with this deck and then use the clarifier. So anyway, we'll get these other cards broken in. Okay, Spirit, more information on future of the state of California. More information, please, Spirit. Thank you so much for all appreciation. Whoop, there we go. More information, please. More information, please. Thank you, Source. One more card, please. There we go. Which was this one? I kind of like to do them in order if I can. Okay, wow, there you go, confirmation. Oh, God, this is why I love doing tarot. I mean, come on, the odds, right? If you think about the odds, what is it, 78 cards, the deck? And to have them randomly come out like that is pretty cool. Do the other one. Yeah, so Two of Swords. High Priestess. And Ace of Swords. So definitely some decision making coming in, and a writing of things, right? So walking away. So we're going to be walking away from how things have been. So thank goodness for that. That's a good thing. Although some of us are going to be trapped. There's going to be some resistance. But the High Priestess is here to kind of guide us all out. So there's going to be some judgment. There's going to be some balance taken into account, and there's going to be some higher powers that are going to be coming in and leading us into a new kind of thing. So a new strength, a new power. So with the Eight of Swords there, so that's pretty clear. So yeah, I like that. Moving away, and this is a soft moving. There's no tower moment, no tower card. So there's no death card, which would also mean like an abrupt change. So both tower and death, those cards would have shown up, but it would indicated like it's a tough break, just a tough change, a sudden change. But we don't have that. We have this kind of soft, walking away, kind of a bittersweet walking away. into another direction by the Eight of Cups there. So that's interesting, and to kind of not to it's only the Two of Swords. It's not like an Eight of Swords or something. So yeah, I mean, we're going to be guarded. Like I said, some people are going to have trouble moving away into a new direction, and then the rest of us too are also going to be wary. So we're going to be a little bit standoffish and a little bit protective. Okay, so let's do course of action with reverse moon card here. Just trying to do this so I don't spill out everywhere. All right, good enough. Split the deck. Okay, Spirit, more information on course of action. What would be the course of action for us? Ooh. Thank you, Spirit, more information on course of action. Okay, one more. Okay, course of action. One more card, Spirit, for course of action. Clarifying course of action. There we go. Thank you. Which was the first one? Okay, yes, Magician. Great card for this. Action right there, the first word. Creation, the second word. Manifestation, third word. Power, self-confidence, clarity, willpower, skill, creativity. So a lot of this is going to come into play. So really lots of good positive energy coming into play. It's going to get from the moon card. So all this is, you're going to start seeing this kind of rise up almost out of nowhere and to get us out of where we're in now. And where the country is, because California has a lot to do with what else happens in the country and even globally. And then we have a reverse 10 of Wands. It's a tall order to fill. It's going to be a lot of effort and work to put into that. There's going to be some conflict with the Five of Swords, but we're going to be avoiding that conflict, respecting differences, agreeing to disagree, and diversity. Hey, that's what California is all about, right? Good or bad. And then we have, it's just a really good reading, actually. It's pretty on point. And then, we have the Seven of Pentacles, which is a long-term view, hard work, like I said. So it's a confirmation of sorts here, and perseverance and diligence, and it's going to be a job well done. And we're going to kind of take a break after all this work that we get into, and look at what we've the work that we've done, and wait for the fruits to bear themselves with the efforts that we're going to be putting into getting a new state, getting California back to what I remember as a kid, growing up in the 80s and 90s, which I think is probably peak California. My mom is, a boomer. She says that was probably around the 60s. But I say, yeah, that's true. But I say that kind of flowed into the 80s and 90s, and even into the early 2000s. I mean, in the early 2000s, you could walk almost into every neighborhood at that time, and without a worry, and things were still, relatively cheap, and it was a lot of fun to still be had in the state. So, yeah, anyway, so let's move on to other energies. What's going to go on? What's going to happen? Who's going to be involved with this new change, this change coming in, this positive change coming in? So definitely, the cards are indicating positive change, no doubt about it. It's going to take a little bit of effort. It's okay. I mean, I have a friend, a client, she's always disappointed because a lot of her cards always indicate, some putting into effort. But, I think everybody gets going to get those cards in some way or not, and it's going to be, it's just the way life is, right? You got to put effort into something. You have to at least meet the universe halfway, right? Okay, split that deck. And let's go. Who else is going to be involved in this? What other energies, people, persons, individuals, what have you? Spiritualism, spiritual seeker. Wow, okay. That's pretty cool. Very California. We have revolution, freedom fighter pursuing justice, champion of transformation. That's perfect. Thank you. Thank you, universe, so much for that. We need that so much in the state and in the positive. Okay, definitely not going to be a socialist revolution. Again, if you listened to me in the last video, I used to be a hardcore socialist back in the day, about 20 years ago. Yeah, it's not good. You don't want to have any of that. Okay, here we go. Elder. Wisdom, bear experience, tradition, kindness, health. Yeah, so, I mean, all good things. Here we go. Yeah, I'm architect, so there's going to be a total... The energies that are surrounding this, we have differently... This is, California is a spiritual place. It always has been. And I've been into spirituality, all kinds of different kinds. Okay. And I won't get too much into that, but yeah, blah, blah, blah. I learned a long time ago, one of the earliest things I learned is kind of interesting is that positive spirituality kind of goes around the earth in a certain direction. And, back in the day when people started first coming to the state, because they were drawn here because there was a spiritual kind of energy that California has had, and I think kind of lost, and it looks like we're going to regain that again, because I think spirit is really, you have all kinds of things here in California. You have Mount Shasta, you have the deserts, all these real deep spiritual places, Lake Tahoe, just the coast, everything, a lot of history, a lot of spiritual history to this place as well. It goes back, many thousands of years. And so, spirit is really, California is a spiritual place and a very special place. And that's going to now come back, because I think that's been on purpose, been kind of suppressed as of late. And then we have a revolutionist. So we have energies around us are to come in and help us make this change, and for freedom, true freedom, transformation, welfare and justice. So definitely for the welfare of all. Okay, even if you're a billionaire in the state, and even if you're a person living on the street, okay, that's how you truly you don't punish one or the other. You do things for the good of all, and that's what we're going to see. That's justice. That's true justice. Okay, and yes, some a lot of wisdom is going to come into the state. And so this is outside, so this is going to look towards Trump, look towards JD Vance, look towards our new governor, and a new mayor of LA. And the Bay Area is a tough nut to crack. It's kind of the source of our troubles, as I've been learning lately. Both Bay Area and Sacramento. Just do your research, just look into the history of things that go on in those two places. But so everything's going to come around from elsewhere. I've always said LA is going to be the epicenter of change for California for the better. And it's going to then go out from there. But anyway, so yeah. And then the fears are, of course, the current power matrix. They fear California itself, herself, the energies of California, the goddess California, coming back to power and having her state again. So I think that's because that means the good for all of us, financially, spiritually, just everything. So, but it's going to come. It's going to be slow, but it'll happen. So let's go into final outcome. I have to get a cloth. Come on. Oh, eBay. Come on. All right. Cards always do is on camera. They don't want to shuffle. And they don't want to get picked up. But I'm a taskmaster with my cards. I'm the boss. There we go. Thank you. Now let's put the deck. All right. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. More information on the reversed Eight of Wands here. More information on final outcome for California. Thank you. What can you tell us about final outcome in California? Let me get that one. It landed on my my arm. Reversed Six of Cups. More information, Spirit, on final outcome. Yeah, they're all coming out reversed. Let's do one more. Come on, give us a positive card coming up. Oh, we didn't get it. Okay, so it's going to be a battle. It's going to be a battle. So we have a reverse Six of Cups, reverse card. Well, you know, actually, this one we can look at. If we think of this card as the karma card, so this card has a lot of karma attached to it. Or so a lot of people say, and I think as well. This card has multiple meanings to it, but karma is one of the main meanings of it. So reverse. So we can say the karma is going to be reversed into better karma, I think. So it talks to the turnaround that we're going to see. And then Eight of Wands is in this deck. Well, this is interesting too, because in this specific deck, she's having trouble maintaining all of these wands. So she has one wand in her hand. I think all of them are up there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so all of them are up here except for the one in her hand. And so she's having trouble maintaining them in this cyclone that's behind her. And the cat is clawing to her, and she's having trouble there. But reverse, it could mean that and again, so again, confirmation. We've got the other more classical meaning of the Eight of Wands, as that things are going to come together, but it's going to take time. It's going to take time. And so we have reverse Ten of Cups. So definitely we're starting from scratch. So Ten of Cups is one of these, is the everything card. Yes, so again, confirmation. Yeah, I forgot we have it right here for other energies. So we do have confirmation of the Ten of Cups, and we have one right side up and one reverse. So basically, we're going to start from scratch. We're going to start from the bottom up. It can't get any worse. We're going to be on our way, and it's going to take some. So we're going to look at the reverse, both reverse Eight of Wands, saying it's because normally Eight of Wands is saying things are coming together, right? Things are coming in, things are coming together, but we're starting from scratch. So it's going to be a little bit of an effort, it could be both time and both in terms of effort. And then with the Page of Wands, with this specific deck and artwork, so he's going one direction, cat is wanting to go in the other, and there's a little lizard in between, and so there's kind of wondering which way to go. So Page of Wands is kind of like trying to think of do we have this repeated anywhere? No, we don't. Yeah, so sometimes it could be a creative energy coming in, but this one means more of like, well, which way is that energy going to go? So I think it's going to go in a new direction, and definitely not one that we expect. So that's what I'm going to say about that. And let's do, just for shits and giggles, let's just do one more card. Let's go. Any more positive? Give us a little more positive final outcome with this card. Yeah, there we go. All right, so we're going to end on a good note. We have Ace of Wands, and we're going to get there. So don't worry, we'll be getting there. Ace of Wands, that's one of the prettiest cards in this deck, though, Witch's Tarot. I really like this deck and that card. So yeah, there we go. That's good. It's going to be, we're on our way. Things are going to change for the better. It's going to be a kind of a rough ride and take some effort, but I think we're ready and willing to make that happen because we definitely all need it here. So regardless of where you are, who you are, left or right, whatever, it doesn't matter. We're all human beings. We're all Californians. California is an important state for the union as well. So, and the rest of the world is on top of that. So I think we're going to get there and things are going to be great. So just hang in there and we'll work together for this. Okay. Awesome. Thank you so much. God bless you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Take care.